guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So, throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spotlight, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the current rule set of the VGC 2018 season. It is Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. Hope you guys are well. Really, I do. I honestly, genuinely hope you guys are having an absolutely outstanding week. We are here again today. We kicked off this week playing the team I played in Sheffield Regionals over this past weekend, where I came second place. Still can't believe it a little bit. But yes, we are going to play this team again. It is the Metagross, the T-Tar, the Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Thundurus, Therian, and the Togekiss. So, hopefully, we had a good couple of games on Monday, so hopefully we can kind of continue that on today, guys. As always, if you do enjoy the content, do leave a like on the video. It does really help the channel. And we have our first opponent of the day, and none other than the legend himself from Italy, Pado. Very strong player, one of the top players in Europe, in the European circuit, not only in Italy, so it's going to be a very good match. He is playing a team of Metagross, Landorus, Therian, Zapdos, Tapu Fini, Amoonguss, and Tyranitar. So, there's a choice of two Megas here, obviously the Metagross and the Tyranitar. Maybe the Tyranitar isn't the Mega, but you'd probably swear if there was just one Mega, it would be that Metagross. So, how are we going to approach this, Van? Let's see. T-Tar's going to be good because it provides a good output against the Metagross, the Zapdos. We need to be careful for the Landorus, obviously, and the Tapu Fini more than anything. I'm kind of tempted to bring Thundurus here. We're going to have to squeeze a lot in. We definitely need an Intimidate support, for sure. So the Fake Out's going to be really, really good for us here. I think I will go Incineroar up front with... Do I go Thundurus as well, because Thundurus will be very good here. We've got to be very careful with the Amoonguss and the sporing that it can do. We'll go T-Tar in the back, and let's go Thundurus is our last one, and we just lock it in. And I have no idea what music we've got locked in, but it seems like Kanto. Ha! I'm a bit rushed here today, guys. I'm literally, I think I'm pre-recording this before the stream tonight. I've been super late in from work this evening, so I'm like stuck for time, and I know tomorrow night I need to finish the porridge video for Thursday's stream. So, tomorrow night's stream. So remember, we are starting tomorrow night's stream at 7 PM. We are going to see Zapdos and Metagross come out for our opponent. We lead off with the Incineroar and our own Metagross. So, let's think, what could we do here? We could go for a Stomping Tantrum just straight into the Metagross, Mega Evolve. It's not a bad option, and just fake out the Zapdos, or we could double into the Zapdos, or we could double into the Metagross. There's a chance of speed control coming for that Zapdos, so it's going to be nice if we can just probably get some damage onto that. But at the same time, we have to be a bit aware of what this Metagross here could do. If we get an Ice Punch onto the Zapdos now, we double into it. I'd imagine Zapdos probably not. Ooh, so Zapdos going to actually withdraw. We're going to see Tapu Fini come in. So that's a nice play from my opponent, predicting that double into that slot. Best we can hope for here is that the Metagross protects. If it doesn't, and he takes advantage of us doubling into this Zapdos here, then we're not looking so great going into this next turn. But we have Mega Evolved. Is my opponent going to Mega Evolve? They're not. They're just going to protect. So playing it nice and safe, nice and smart, and getting away with this quite, you know, as best they can to get out of this fake out pressure that we've got on them at the moment. But we do get a little bit of damage into this Tapu Fini, get a crit, which is kind of nice for us, I guess. I imagine my opponent probably wants to. Now we can U-turn out of here, because that could be potentially something that we want to do, and maybe get the Thundurus in. So I am going to U-turn out onto the Metagross, and I'd imagine the Metagross to maybe switch out into the Landorus, but it's a bit iffy. Like, do I want to go for the Ice Punch in and the Metagross stay in there, or do I want to go for the Stomping Tantrum and risk the Landorus coming in? It's kind of safe going for an Iron Head into the Finny, really. But like I say, Metagross going to stay in. I wonder if we're going to see a double into the Incineroar slot here, which is quite possible. Like Stomping, Tantrum and Muddy Water into this Incineroar here. But Stomping into our Metagross, that's fine. We'll get the Iron Head into the Finny, do decent damage, probably proc a Berry. No, we are going to see the Waterium. Is this into Incineroar? Maybe to cover the Metagross. But it might be into our Metagross as well. So, we have to be... Ooh, where's it going to go? It's into Incineroar. So we're going to lose Incineroar here. We aren't going to get the U-turn, unfortunately. And we lose our Intimidate as well. So my opponent making very good use of that. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring in Thundurus here. Now we can go for a Volt Switch into the Metagross. Get some chip onto it. We'll put it in Stomping Tantrum range, and I really want to Ice Punch the Tapu Fini because I feel like that's the slot that either protects or he brings in the Zapdos or maybe the Landorus here. So I'm going to go for it because the Ice Punch should take down the Tapu Fini regardless here anyway. So we're going to see the Metagross protect, no switches. We are going to get a Volt Switch off into that, but then we're going to be able to hopefully pick up an Ice Punch KO here. It should be enough. It should be. Yeah, it is enough. Just enough. And I think like I wouldn't risk that if Tapu Fini had any more health. But like I say, we're pretty safe going for it there, knowing that we can pick up the KO onto the Fini, and then whatever comes in, like the Landorus here coming in. Now I wonder if the Zapdos comes in and we just see an Earthquake. It's probably Scarfed Landorus, that's the thing. That's what we've got to kind of expect. I've got to go for Volt Switch because we're locked into that, and I think I'm just going to protect Metagross here. Problem is though, we Volt Switch out and we bring T-Tar in, don't we? So there's the Volt Switch. This will put the Metagross into Stomping range now for us, for our Metagross, even though, well, probably won't because we're intimidated. I can't imagine Landorus going for an Earthquake here. Might go for an Earth Power, depends what variant it is. But we do get T-Tar in, and I imagine an Ice Punch probably coming into that T-Tar slot. There is the Earth Power, okay. And an Iron Head. Ooh. My opponent knowing that we've got the T-Tar in the back. So a nice call from my opponent there. And my opponent probably covers their bases now with an Ice Punch and an Earth Power into our Metagross. I would imagine that's what we'll see. I'm going to try and get the Darkium off. And I really feel like Thundurus might, I don't know, we're going to have to just bring it in. We're a bit pinned here, to be honest. There's the Earth Power, doesn't affect. Metagross going for another Iron Head, just covering that T-Tar, so we are going to lose the T-Tar here. Okay. Oh, we're in a bit of trouble. We're in a little bit of trouble. Because I don't, like, it's going to be very touch and go if we take an Earth Power or not from this Landorus. And you've got to kind of hope that we take it and the Metagross protects. That's what we've got to hope for. Ooh, Landorus going to switch out. Okay. Zapdos coming in. Alright. I wonder if the Metagross just protects here then. No. So Volt Switch. Ice Punch. Maybe, do we take this? I don't know. Not unintimidated, we don't. And yeah, we just lose the game now. So that's a little bit unfortunate for us. I think losing Incineroar when we did made things like super difficult for us. The Thundurus now can just come in and yeah, because we can't really do anything other than I mean, if we Ice Punch here, we get stomping from the other Metagross. So yeah, you see, there's nothing we can really do in this position. So we take down the Zapdos, but the Thundurus comes in, and then it is going to be game. So Pado playing it super well, and kind of just locking this game down. Like I said, losing the Incineroar to the Waterium. It makes you think, like, really, in this match, we probably would have been better off with Togekiss, and then we would have had a little bit of redirection to kind of help out the team from all these single target attacks that we've got, like the Metagross with the Stomping Tantrum. Even though Togekiss doesn't like Iron Head, at least it would give us that, like, little room to kind of play around with, especially with the Thundurus as well. Maybe being more of a special variant, we can pull away those Earth powers. That would super help. So T-Tar, Togekiss in that match would be really good. Then Incineroar, obviously, if we kept in the back, and then possibly Metagross for the Finny, or maybe Thundurus as well. But it's also easy going into, like, saying this when we can't really go into a best of 3 with the team, but because these are best of 1, so it does perform a little bit differently on the ladder than it would do in a tournament. But regardless of that, full credit to my opponent and a great game to him. So it was really nice playing Pado on the channel. So let's pick some better music going into this next game, guys. What are we going to go with? League title defense, one of my favorites. So hopefully we can pull out a win here and end the episode on a bit more of a high. We might even get 3 games in today, depending on how this next game goes. So we've got our next opponent, 1753 rated opponent from Japan, running a team of Cresselia, Mawile, Hydreigon, Garchomp, Thundurus, Therian, and Kartana. So we've got the Thundurus, Therian mirror here. Other than that, though, everything else is different. So speed control, we've got the Cresselia there. There's going to be predominantly probably pulling up the Trick Room for that Mawile, which is going to be the mega of the team. Then you've got options for Tailwind with Hydreigon and Kartana as well. Garchomp going to be a bit of a pain. You can imagine that it could be scarfed in this sort of team as well, to help cover against things like Tapu Koko that would otherwise maybe threaten the team slightly, even though there is the Thundurus there that, you know, can learn Sludge Bomb and does threaten Tapu Koko. Scarf Garchomp with like 3 other Pokemon that are floaty, flying, or levitators kind of makes a lot of sense. So it's something to be aware of. Right, let's bring, because my opponent hasn't got Fake Out, so Fake Out here could be quite good for us. We could go Fake Out with Tailwind of our own. Like, Togekiss isn't bad here, although Double Dark isn't great either. We're gonna have to be super quick. Let's go Tapu Fini, Thundurus, and Metagross. Let's lock in with that. Maybe T-Tar here is quite good as well. Resists Hydreigon, Cresselia, does well against Thundurus. T-Tar is probably a really good pick here. I'm probably not shooting on all cylinders right now, but we'll see how we get on. We might be alright. Garchomp, Kartana coming out. So the Incineroar lead here is going to be nice for us. We do get that double Intimidate. Well, the Intimidate onto both targets, I mean. Not double Intimidate, but you know what I mean. So we're going to get the Misty Surge up. Finny's obviously heavily threatened here from that Kartana, but we can take a Leaf Blade at -1, so that's something we can consider here. Kartana's likely to go for, and we've got to be aware that the Garchomp could have the Groundium as well, which is a little bit awkward for us. So do I want to Fake Out the Garchomp and maybe double the Garchomp? But then if we do that, we allow the Kartana to kind of get set up. The Kartana's got to feel pretty threatened here. I mean, one thing we could do is just go into Thundurus and Fake Out that Garchomp. And Garchomp going to withdraw. Going to see Cresselia come in. Okay. Imagine with that switch, my opponent... I don't know if they want to play it safe and just protect the Kartana here rather than get... No, they want to just get a Leaf Blade out, so that's fine. And Thundurus taking that pretty comfortably. The Kartana is going to feel threatened from the Thundurus completely. I'm going to double straight into the Cresselia here, just with a Volt Switch and a U-turn, just to get out. Because we can bring in Finny and Metagross, and if this Cresselia goes for an Icy Wind potentially, it could go for a Trick Room, and it could throw in Mawile for that Kartana. That's like 100% a possibility, but with Finny and Metagross out, we should be alright even if the Trick Room goes up. And we still got the Incineroar then in the back to bring in with that Fake Out support, Intimidate support. We're still not going to see the Kartana go for a Protect though, so that's interesting. I'm going to go into Metagross with Thundurus, and then I think with Incineroar going to Finny. There's a Sacred Sword into the Incineroar. We are able to take that, and then do you get... I think it is going to be a Trick Room coming out here, which kind of benefits our Metagross as well, because we are slow Metagross, so we don't mind that so much, especially in a Trick Room environment. And we've always got the switch into Incineroar again on this Kartana. And there's the Trick Room. Okay, so we don't need to Mega Evolve with Metagross at all. So I'm going to just switch straight out into Incineroar here. And I'm going to go for... Do I go for Stomping Tantrum into the Kartana maybe? Or an Iron Head into the Cresselia? I think I'm going to go Iron Head into the Cress. It's so tempting to go for that Stomping Tantrum just in case the Mawile comes in on the Kartana. We do get Incineroar back in. We're going to get another Intimidate onto the Kartana, which is nice. There's a Helping Hand. Where's it going? Is it a Leaf Blade or a Sacred Sword? Get the Iron Head off into the Cresselia. Probably proc a Berry if it has one. No Berry, just another Leaf Blade. The Incineroar. It's not even enough to proc a Berry though. I could potentially just go for a U-turn into the Cresselia. Incineroar under speed Cresselia, and then just we could just Ice Punch into the Kartana. Yeah, that's not a bad play really, to be fair, because like the Garchomp could come in on that slot, and that's what we know is in the back. And if you catch the Garchomp with an Ice Punch, that's pretty nice. But we should be able to remove the Crest from the field right now. Cresselia going to withdraw. Going to see the Mawile come in. Okay. It's Intimidate's not going to affect Metagross. It obviously will affect Incineroar, but we're going to be U-turning out of here anyway, so that's fine. There's the U-turn. Yeah, I'll go back into Finny here. Because we can literally just cycle the Incineroar back in again if we would like to. There's the Ice Punch into the Kartana. Let's see what the damage is like. It's not brilliant. And there's a Sacred Sword into Finny. Okay. Do we go into Incineroar again? Yeah, we probably do. And then just go for... How many turns of Trick Room are left? 2. So you probably want it Dawn and Mega Evolve just yet. And I could just go for an Iron Head into the Mawile. So Mawile might Mega Evolve here. If it does, it is Pot Fairy, so we'll be hitting it for neutral with this Iron Head, so we should still be doing decent enough damage. We're not intimidated either, so the damage we're going to throw out is pretty decent. The one problem here is if we lose Incineroar, that's not going to be ideal because we kind of need Incineroar for the Intimidate on the Garchomp. which might be a little bit of a problem. But we still have Tapu Fini, so like all hope is not lost. We should still be alright. So Kartana actually detecting here. Okay, that's fine. We're going to see Mawile go for an Iron Head. Hopefully Incineroar takes this. We do, and proc a berry, which is very much appreciated. So we'll get a free Iron Head off into this Mawile. The other thing we need to worry about there is maybe Fire Fang on the Mawile, but getting that Intimidate does really help there. Okay, so we've got Mawile coming in. We could potentially just go for a Flare Blitz into the Kartana. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to U-turn in on the Kartana, and I'm going to Mega Evolve now, and I'm going to go for that Iron Head into the Mawile this turn round. Okay, so Mawile going to withdraw. We're going to see Garchomp come in. So at least we'll get an Iron Head onto this thing. The Kartana is going to feel pretty threatened. Like, we could have taken the Kartana down here, but just having this Intimidate to bring back in, especially with the Fake Out, it's going to be quite helpful for us like later on in the match. And now what I'm going to do is bring in Thundurus, because the Trick Room ending, it will mean that Thundurus will be the fastest thing in the field with a Scarf. Getting that Iron Head into Garchomp, do some very good damage. Ooh, Kartana going for a Tailwind. Cheeky play. Cheeky play. Okay. It's a nice play. I like it. Okay, we'll go for a Volt Switch into Kartana, and maybe don't want to switch in Incineroar just yet. I think I'm going to try and stall a turn of this Tailwind out, and I'm going to just, yeah, because if we can Volt Switch in with Thundurus into Incineroar, then we get a free switch into Incineroar rather than switching it in on the Metagross slot. I'm going to see Cresselia come out. You can imagine an Earthquake coming out here. So Garchomp will get this Earthquake off. Probably. Garchomp Earthquake, yeah. So Thundurus is not affected by this, it's fine. And we are going to get the Volt Switch into the Cresselia and pick up a KO there. And we're going to get that all-important Intimidate onto this Garchomp, which is super, super, super nice. Whatever comes in now as well, it kind of stops the Garchomp being able to freely Earthquake. It's going to be the Mawile. Now, does the Mawile protecting the Garchomp go for another Earthquake? That is the question. I think if it does, though, could have the Z move. That is one option it could have. Because it could just Fake Out and just Ice Punch, but there's always the chance that the Garchomp has the Groundium, and it could go for it into Metagross. No, Garchomp's going to switch out, so not really wanting to take advantage of this Tailwind, not wanting to deal with the Intimidate, wanting to just reset that, get the Kartana in. We're going to get the Fake Out into the Mawile, and now we should be able to stall out this Tailwind pretty safely, because I do want to get the Intimidate off the field there as well. I think I'm going to bring in Thundurus here. Or do I bring in Thundurus? I don't know if I bring in... I think I might sack the Finny, to be honest. Because I feel like Thundurus is still going to be quite important if this Kartana... Like... Or one thing we could do is just forego... We might lose Incineroar here. I'm going to protect Metagross, but I'm going to go for a U-turn. It gives us a free switch into the Thundurus. But like I said, we could lose Incineroar here, which wouldn't be ideal. Sacred Sword, yeah. Okay, but the Tailwind ends now. This is the thing. And we get the free switch into Thundurus. And there's the Iron Head. Okay. Right, so you've got to expect the Garchomp to maybe come in here. Possibly. Huh. So I could cover our bases really and go for a Volt Switch and an Ice Punch into this slot. But it does give the Mawile a free turn if that does happen. But I'm going to do it anyway. Sucker Punch into the Thundurus. We do survive on 1 HP. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 1 HP. Thundurus, you hero. Okay, so I think we should be alright now. We've got Finny to come in, even though we've got the Garchomp to deal with. We should be alright. We're going to get the Misty Trainer. This Ice Punch isn't going to do too much to the Mawile. But I feel like we were better covering that switch in potentially than not covering it at all. Might have got a little bit lucky with the damage roll there, but again, it might have been the max roll and Thundurus just pulling through. Okay. Finny will take a Groundium, so we can quite happily just go for a Moonblast into that slot. And I'm just going to protect Metagross. Gotta remember that the Garchomp, if it has got Earthquake and not the Tectonic Rage, Mawile can't really attack in the same turn that Garchomp wants to go for that Earthquake, so my opponent's in a little bit of an awkward situation. Our time is running quite low as well, so we need to keep an eye on that. Got 39 seconds, but I think my opponent's not too far behind us, or maybe ahead of us, so we'll have to keep an eye on their time as well. So we do protect with Metagross. You see Sucker Punch come out, it does fail. Garchomp going for a Poison Jab, but I don't think this is going to be enough by any means. No. And just procking our berry, and that means that Garchomp will go down. Unless it's a Assault Vest, it might take it, but even from that range it's going to be very close. We do get the Moonblast. It is into the Garchomp. It is going to go down, and we've just got this Mawile to deal with, which we should be able to deal with quite comfortably in Muddy Water. It will pick up the KO. My opponent's time is running low, and we can just go for that Stomping Tantrum and wrap this game up, because Sucker Punch will not take us down, and my opponent just forfeiting. So running off with a nice win there. You know, we've had one game where we didn't play so well. Our opponent was very strong. We didn't kind of step up to the challenge in that first game against Pado, which is a little bit unfortunate, and it's a game I'd like to kind of replay again, but nevertheless it was very fun. And then we ended off with a very good result. I feel like we played this second game a lot better against a very high rated Japanese player, so a very good game, and kind of rounds the episode off at least in a good way. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. Do let me know down below your comments about today's episode, about the team, any questions you've got. And I will just say again, thank you so much for all of the lovely comments that I've had from Monday's video, as well as everything on Twitter and other messages that I've had from all of you guys, just with the congratulations from Sheffield and getting my Worlds invite and things like that. It is kind of sinking in a little bit that I'm going to be going to Worlds, so I'm really hyped for that and really looking forward to it. So we are going to wrap things up there, guys. As I say, we'll be over on our Twitch channel tomorrow evening, Thursday night, so 7 PM tomorrow night, an hour earlier, because we're going to do an extra long viewer battle stream tomorrow night, just to make up for last week. So 7 PM, make sure you do stick around. I will tweet out at the time so you guys know, and that is that. Before we go anywhere though, I'll always drop in, if you want to get yourself one of these lovely Flinched, this is called I Heart Flinched t-shirt, so it's got the little heart here with a little F in. It's super nice. It's a bit nicer quality than the other t-shirts as well, so you can grab one of these over at Flinch at our Teespring site, and the 3 original shirts there that you see. We saw David on Monday, the picture of David at the event. He was rocking that black Flinch Life t-shirt. You can get a white one or the original Flinched clothing t-shirt, so you can be part of the Flinch squad if you'd like. Hop over to Teespring and grab yourself one of these t-shirts to rep at an event very soon. But we're going to wrap things up, guys. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Make sure you are taking care of yourselves, and thank you as always for watching. It is massively appreciated. All your support is always appreciated. I heart all of you, and as cheesy as that was, I don't even care. It's so true. Have a great evening, afternoon, whatever time of day it is, guys. I'm repeating myself, and we will see you Friday, and we'll wrap things up with this team. Looking forward to next week to getting onto that Trick Room, semi-Trick Room team. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, take it easy, guys. I will see you all on Friday, and until then, bye-bye!